Hey everyone, it's Dee Dee. It's been a long time, it feels like, since I've been online the last time. I just thought I would pop on because it's Shabbat, it's a Saturday. Maybe some people are hanging around bored with nothing to do, want to come on in and chat. Let's do it. I am looking at my clock here. I do want to get out of here. I have to go to Target in a little while to I don't know why I'm making a message here. I don't mean to do that on my phone. I want to go to Target in a little while to get some frozen vegetables and fruits. We got a bunch of food yesterday, um, but I need to get some more stuff so I can, make the meals and such. So, yeah, I've been looking at my videos, like the older ones that I've done that I've posted over the years, and I gotta be honest with you guys. Frankly, as an observer of my own videos, I'm looking at those going, oh my goodness. I can't believe I put myself out there looking like that, sounding like that, and talking like that. It's embarrassing. It's like, wow, was that really me? I'm like so not that person anymore. I really do care about how I present myself these days. I don't want to show my cruddy looking house that's falling apart anymore. It's embarrassing. Ugh. I'm sorry I subjected any of you guys to that mess. Um, I don't know. I don't know what to say about all that. I'm just watching these videos. I've deleted at least 3 of them already. They will not be reposted because they're just humiliating. That's not how I want to present myself. I'm not saying I want to be fake and, act like something is that isn't or vice versa, but presenting myself with just not dressed properly, showing my house off that's the parts of it that are just gross. Um, I'm trying really hard to distinguish when that is a possibility and to not do that. That's why when I travel with the camera, I try to keep it up instead of like downward because maybe I didn't get a chance to sweep my kitchen floor and there's crumbs on the floor. Nobody want to see that. Maybe you're eating. Who wants to look up and see that on the screen? I don't. Anyway, so yeah, I apologize for that. I just got done watching this thing on Facebook about the LeBrant family, I think their name is. They're supposed to be a Christian family. They're like squeaky clean looking. Like she's got real pretty white brown or white blonde hair. He's got real flowy, almost like a Ken doll, like a Malibu Ken doll. Blonde hair. I think they're both from California, and they portray themselves to be, this ideal happy family with like 3 children and them. And I followed them for a while, and after watching this documentary, I actually unsubscribed. I did not know that they were doing some shady stuff or things that their viewers were kind of perceiving as shady, and it made me really look at myself, not so much to condemn them. I don't know these people personally, so I'm not going to, cast stones. I'm just going to say I got uncomfortable watching the documentary, and I have seen the videos that the documentary was talking about. Actually, it was a commentary, not a documentary. I'm sorry. Um, and I decided, yeah, there's too much shadiness. I don't trust it. So I unsubscribed. But what it did for me was made me really look at myself. Hey, Memphis mommy Murs. I got a fly that got in when I let Bobo in from outside. Um, anyway, I looked at myself and I looked at my own videos and I was like, wow, I can't believe it that I subjected these poor people to seeing all that. And it wasn't that I'm not looking back going, oh, well, I feel bad for wanting them to feel sorry for me. No, I genuinely wanted you to feel sorry for me. There was no doubt about that because I was miserable and I wanted somebody to rescue me. And I actually talked to a pastor recently and told him sometimes over my past years, I've felt like that. Like, will somebody please come and take me out of this situation? Please get me out of this house. Please come here and say, oh my God, how can you live like that? We're going to get you out of this right away. We're going to help you right away. We're going to solve this problem. I have always wanted that. I still want that sometimes. But I'm at the point now where it's like, okay, this is my situation that I live in. I'm going to make the best of it because right now that's all I have. So I'm learning. Um, One of the things my husband and I have decided to do, which I think is pretty intelligent and probably a God thing. Some of you know we've been struggling in certain areas in our marriage. We've been pretty blatantly honest about that over the years. And I didn't keep those videos on because those who needed to know all the details heard them. Unfortunately, I was not the most discreet back then either. And I'm learning more about that too. But what I decided was no pressure anymore to do anything that, we're not currently doing. We dance now. We literally just hold each other and dance. And that is really establishing a connection between us. My husband is high functioning autistic. His brain does not work like the typical male's brain does. And I've had to learn that and I've had to accept that or not accept it. The point is, I could say, well, I don't want to deal with this and I'm just going to divorce you and throw you to the curb. Or I could say, this was my choice. I chose to love you. I chose to marry you. We're going to work through this together. And we have been. Thankfully, it's been getting better for us. I think the dancing was really, that was the key for us. It's a way to connect where you're not having a bunch of pressure put on you to perform in any way you're uncomfortable with. So after lots of praying, that's what I got was let's just dance. No pressure, just dance. It's kind of like dating somebody all over again and going back to the beginning. Sometimes you have to with people that have mental challenges. So that has worked well for us. On another note, I did go for my job interview. They're just not really ready to quite hire. They're kind of examining people for different positions and stuff, and they'll let me know when they are hiring. The problem was, even if they could hire me, they only wanted me for like a little bit of time, and it would not have been worth quitting the job I have now, which is also part time. It wouldn't work around my schedule at all. It's just that type of thing. So that's okay. I told the guy that interviewed me, God opens the doors, God closes them as he sees fit, and I'm just going to yield myself to him and, trust that he knows what he's doing. In other news, I was told by my husband that we may be going back and visiting our former pastor from the one Messianic church we used to go to. However, interesting note, that pastor is no longer at that same church. He has started his own. So makes you kind of wonder, okay, what went down? We all knew, those of us that had our eyes open, something was off about all that. Hey, listen, but we didn't know what, and I still don't exactly know what. I'm hoping maybe I can get some information, but notoriously, or not notoriously, commonly, pastors don't usually like to tell all, if you know what I mean. And I don't want him to necessarily tell all, just, hey, this is interesting. You started your own thing. Kind of in general, why'd you leave? Just tell me, why'd you leave? What went on back then that, caused you to finally just split? He was the main pastor. We're talking senior pastor for many years. So now he has his own group and we're going to check it out, but it's pretty far away from us. So we're going to wait a little bit till we have a bunch of gas money we can afford to do that with. My foster mom was telling me about this place. What was it called again? I can't even remember. I have it written down. Hold on. The place that we might go for a vacation at some point. It's in Illinois. I can't remember what it's called now. And I did write it down, but I can't remember where I wrote it. You ever do that? You write stuff down, you're all proud of yourself, and then you either forget to look at what you wrote or you don't remember where you put it. Is this it? Yeah. Bishop Hill, Illinois. It's supposed to be like a little quaint German, Swedish type holiday festivity type thing. They said you'd plan on staying for the whole day because you can like walk down one end of it to the other end and then turn around and come back. There's like little homemade food stands and stuff like that. It'd just be a nice little getaway for Matthew and I to go take like as the holiday comes closer. As long as the weather's not terrible, because I'm not going to try to trust that blazer in bad weather. But yeah, they were talking to me about some of the hotels we could stay in there, the little bakery they have. So that's something I'm thinking about. You guys remember when we took our little trip to Galena, I think it was. There was one to Galesburg, I think, and then one to Galena. And we had a really good time. We showed you the little gift shops and stuff. And that was fun. So we might do that again at this Bishop Hill place, because when my foster parents came out here, that's what they did. They hopped in the car and traveled out to Bishop Hill and checked out their little festivities there, and they said that it's a good time and we should do it. So it's a possibility. I don't know. Matthew's been talking about staying in a hotel just for fun again and see if we can have a better experience than the last hotels that we stayed in. Possible, I suppose. Okay, so the 31st, many of you are all into this whole hype, I will call it. I am anti all of it, everything having to do with it. Don't want anything to do with it. Unfortunately, when you have a job, a lot of times it's paraded in front of your eyes and you can't get away from it. So I'm going to be very glad when Tuesday comes, because I'm not looking forward to Monday in the least. Now, interestingly enough, there is a women's group at the one church that I go to that I've been part of, and I won't be going to that either, because literally on that day, on the 31st of October, I will shut my lights off, lock my door, and probably just put on some worship music and stay in my house. I don't want any type of part of that evil garbage out there. And I know some of you think, oh, it's just fun for the kids. I get it. I had children. We did all that stuff too. They dressed up, they got candy. Yes, I did it as a kid. If it was today, if I was pregnant, having babies or raising babies, there'd be absolutely no way. There would be none of that. So I don't participate in that, just in case anybody's wondering. I'm very anti all of it. Okay, that being said, Bo's doing better. He's up there sleeping right now. He's snoozing away. Yeah, I am definitely cool with Christmas. I love it. As far as, the giving side of it and the gifts and the kindness and the happy people thing, love it. Easter, same thing. Thanksgiving, probably one of my favorite worldly holidays, if you will. I love that too. Unfortunately, I missed Sukkot this year, which is where we set up the little tent, the Feast of Tabernacles. Hopefully, if we can get back with our old pastor and start going to that fellowship, we can celebrate the Jewish feast days with them and don't have to celebrate them alone anymore. That would be a dream come true for me, because I love celebrating the feasts, the Jewish feasts. Anyway, I don't know. What else can I tell you? Not sure what else is happening here. I started this one, well, not really started it. It's a 4 days of videos from this one lady. She's, her name is Corinne Crabtree, kind of a diet guru type person. But her basic premise is write down what you're going to eat before you write it, or before you go to eat it. And then if you don't stay on your plan, big deal. Don't beat yourself up. Just say, hey, how can I make tomorrow a better day and eat better, that sort of thing. So I've kind of been doing that, incorporating that. It's been working, just so y'all know. Way back when I started the journey, I was 214 pounds. I am down to 183.5 as of today. I'm very happy about that. I finally broke the 190 plateau some time ago. Never thought I would, but I'm very happy about that. I only eat when I'm hungry. I still do intermittent fasting. Today was a very hungry day. It was like I'm trying to test and pay attention to my body to find out when I actually feel like I've had enough, and I'm not at that point yet. And I've eaten quite a bit today, but I'm still trying to stay in my calorie allotment too. So I'm watching that. So later on, I plan on having probably some ground turkey with a bunch of vegetables. Hence why I am going to be going to Target shortly to go get some of those frozen vegetables. I'm going to be looking for some of the already made up meal type vegetable things, like the curries and things like that. Maybe not curry, but like Thai vegetables. I like Asian food. I enjoy those kind of things. So thinking of doing like a theme week, probably, where we'll have one day will be Asian food, the next day will be Mexican food, and just different samples from cultures. I think they will be fun to do. So yeah, I think I'll do that. I had two, what I would call we'll call it God stepping in, for lack of a better term. I want to say miracles, but it's not really that big to call it a miracle. So, one of the things I allow myself to have, even daily if I want it, is a cookie or some kind of treat like an ice cream sandwich. That's been my latest. But yesterday, I wanted a cookie and I was at work and I was just sitting there thinking, I really, really want a cookie, almost kind of praying, but not really. And I said, well, okay, if I don't get a cookie right now, I can always go when I go shopping and buy myself a box of cookies and just have one each day. And then I just sort of put it out of my mind and got back to whatever I was doing at work. And all of a sudden, one of the people at work walks in and says, "Hey, would you like a cookie?" I was like, wow. Woo, God, you're fast. You definitely heard that prayer. And of course, I did not refuse. I said, I was just sitting here thinking about wanting a cookie. So, sure enough, there you go. Another thing that happened, I had lost my chime card. I have a chime card. Of course, I won't show you my numbers or anything, but we had lost it for like over a week now, I think it was. We were looking all over the house, looking in the car, could not figure out what happened to it. So I just finally said, okay, God, we lost our chime card. It's important. That's on my bank card. That's how I pay my bills, whatever. I'm just sitting here minding my P's and Q's. Chime is a bank card, where I put my money on and can pay bills and stuff from it. So I'm sitting here minding my P's and Q's, and I'm just watching some documentaries, and I'm kind of deciding what videos to re-upload to my channel here. I see this. First, I hear a car pull up or some kind of vehicle in the driveway. And then I see this tall guy walk by my window. I had the door slightly open because I'm here and, cats and stuff. So I hear knock, 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 really loud pounding. I thought it was Roland at first. So I wasn't really sure, but I thought it almost didn't look like Roland. And I only caught it out the corner of my eye. So I said, come on in, thinking it was Roland. And then this strange guy comes in my house. Now, we don't have crazy stuff happen like where I live, where people get harmed in their house. And not that I know of anyway. It's never happened around here, like nearby. So I wasn't totally caught off guard. I mean, if he became a danger, I'm sitting behind a desk. I could technically tip the desk and get the heck out of Dodge if I had to. I know ways out of here. Anyway, he walks in and he's like, "You dropped this." I was like, really? Where did you find it? And he named the neighbor's yard that it apparently fell out in. Now, I think it's kind of like either here or here, whichever yard, I don't know. He said it was shining so bright. I thought, wow, you are so good. You even shine your light on my bank card so somebody can find it. What are the chances of that? Seriously. I don't know. I guess there are chances of it, but I love when God does these things. That's the second time. Yesterday, the cookie incident. Today, the card incident. Now, I don't think I've lost anything else that I can think of that I need to find, but that was just totally way cool to me that God stepped in and did that for me. So I just had to brag on God a little bit on that. Oh, so anyhow, yes, it is the end of the month, so I'm a bit hypomanic. I'm pretty chatty today. But I am going to head out. Not quite yet. About 10 minutes. I'm going to head out to Target and go get those vegetables. I got my list all ready, so I can't wait to go get those. And then, yeah, I'll probably be making early dinner and might get some sugar-free pudding mix or something and make some ricotta with the pudding and the fruit for some dessert. Who knows? I'm not sure yet. Yesterday we had apples and peanut butter with some cinnamon on them for dessert. Those were quite tasty. Matthew's even doing better with his blood sugars. He's gotten it from 400 down into the 200s, pretty steady into the 200s. We're trying to get it down to 100 and steady, but I'm happy with the 200s from 6 and 400 before. That was just rough. Don't know if his doctor's going to be pleased because she wants him at the 100, and she'll just keep trying to up his insulin, and I don't want him to do that. I want him to learn how to eat properly and control it with dietary means, if he can. So that's our plan anyway. Oh no. Look at his face, guys. See it. Look at face. He's sleeping. Sound asleep. See if I can tiptoe. Very sleepy Bobo. Sound asleep. He's so happy and content. Yeah, he's a sleeping angel. He's doing so much better. Thank you all for your prayers and your help. We're so glad he's doing better. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you guys. So when I went for the one job interview that I went to, it turned out the guy that interviewed me he attends one of the churches I used to go to. So that was kind of interesting. It's like such a small world, you know. We are still going to that one church I told you about, I guess, because Matthew really likes the pastor there. The United Church of Christ Church, the one that meets in the house. We're still going to that one, but I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about all of it yet. I mean, I'm leaving it up to Matthew to decide where he wants to go because, you know me, I've hopped from church to church most of my life in the way of adulthood. So I just want him to be comfortable and happy wherever we go. So I pretty much say, okay, honey, whatever you want to do, as long as you're happy, you know, as long as you're at peace with it, I'm cool with it. So anyway, I know there's been some stuff posted online. I am going to go here. I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to anyway. No, I won't get it. No. I'll talk to you about that privately, but no. And I'm okay with that. There's other opportunities I'm sure that I can do it. They just have to be flexible around the job I have because I'm not quitting that one. So I know there's been stuff posted online by a couple people involving it's my channel, so I'm not going to say certain things on here, involving some dark stuff. We'll just say that. One person posted, or two people posted something dark, and then the other person posted something dark to get back at them. I just want to let you know I am not in favor of that. I do not believe God is okay with that. Pretty sure the Bible says that if somebody offends you, to turn your other cheek. And that's what I believe in. I'm not saying there isn't a time to confront evil and address it and see if you can't, you know, get the ear of the people that you need to put an end to it. I don't mean that. But I think for the most part, as it is possible, we are to live at peace with all people. So going back and forth, they did this, so I'm going to do that. I'm not condemning y'all. Honestly, I'm not. I just don't see what good it's going to do either way. Maybe you can find something you have in common and focus on that and stop attacking each other. I'm not sure. This is YouTube after all. It's all about the views and the subscribers and whatever for some people. But it's not about that for me, so yeah. No, you don't. You don't want to know. Yes, I just wanted to say that little tidbit there. I really haven't been on here very much. I've been watching I think Pink Lady Luck had a couple videos on narcissism that I watched, and once I went up on the panel. That wasn't that long ago. That was like last week or something. Maybe it was earlier this week. I don't really remember. Y'all know narcissism is the topic that I started my channel based on. So if I hear that, I always want to get in on it and give my 2 cents just because I think I know a little bit about it. Maybe it can help somebody. I don't know. Yeah, so that is about it. All of my spaghetti squash has now been picked. It is in a wagon outside. I'm gradually using that in different recipes and such. It makes wonderful muffins. I will tell you that. Absolutely wonderful muffins. I am just gearing my mind up to the fact that these beautiful, nice days we've been having. No, it's not gone. It's out in the wagon. It's not gone. Here, let me show you. I'll carry this out there and show you. I don't know if it's going to time out on me or whatever, but I'll just stand in the doorway so I still have the Wi-Fi. I'll show you that. Hi, Momo. Momo's just sitting there chillaxing. See that wagon over there? That's got spaghetti squash in it. That's what those green things are, spaghetti squash. So we got quite a few of them. We brought them in, finally picked them all. Because all of the leaves and things that would be feeding them to grow have now died off. Because it's just too cold out there for them. Anyhow. I am going to... What time is it? Is it time to go yet? Probably almost. 3:28, 2 minutes. Oh, that's cool. Neat. I am very happy for you. You got your little outfit there. Sounds nice. I'm sure you'll send me a picture eventually. I've been having some nice chats with my daughter Amber and my foster mom. We've been chatting quite a bit. That's been good. Found out that my rebounder works better outside than it does in the house. It also works better if you wear shoes with it. I was trying to do it in bare feet. That's just not going to happen for me. So get one more glimpse of the sleeping angel. Wake you up, boy. You go back to sleep. All right, y'all. So I just wanted to pop in and say, hey, I will keep on uploading videos every once in a while. They'll all be retro videos, nothing new probably, until I come up with some new topic or some spectacular thing to film. Ooh, excuse me. I've been watching a lot of Drew Barrymore's show. I don't know if anybody watches that, but it's pretty she's a pretty sensitive type of host. And I just hope that the things I've been watching are like legit and not just made up for TV. But who knows, because TV's TV, just like YouTube is YouTube. Who knows for sure if it's legit or not, or if it's just for views. I don't know. Hope so, though. Because there's been some interesting people talking about their past and struggles that they've had and whatever, and it's been kind of eye-opening, I guess, to understand how Hollywood and entertainment industry works behind the scenes and how people's actual lives were. It's been intriguing for me. But if it's not real, I'll feel very disillusioned all over again. And I don't want to feel disillusioned. I'm already disillusioned about so many things in life. All right, y'all. I'm going to get going. I'm going to go do my shopping, and I've got some other errands to do, and I will talk to you guys really soon. Thank you for coming in and chatting with me, Mommy Mars. I think you're the only one, and that's okay. I appreciate you. Be blessed, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Talk to you soon.